The Gemini Killer may be top of the New York detectives' most wanted list, but unfortunately for them, they were also top of Dexter's list, and that means that two Gareths quickly become none. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment, here to review Dexter Resurrection, Season 1, Episode 7. This one was called Course Correction, and Dexter corrected things from the previous episode. He thought he eliminated the Gemini Killer. It turns out they were twins, but now they're no more. It's another win for Dexter Morgan, and only Al remains from Leon's group of killers.
They were always set to be on a collision course, weren't they, from the last episode when he killed his twin. I'm actually a bit surprised that he killed him this episode. I thought Al might have took the centre, but regardless, I thought this kill with the wine glass was epic. The big reveal. Oh, that sharp pain in your chest, 820. And then the realisation hits the other twin. His arse folds, man. But the question is Dexter just going to win every time?
Well, he has so far up to this point. I don't see why it would change.
See what Batista says here, he's been doing it for decades. There's no fucking word there lie. Guy's been doing it since, like, what, the early 90s? I mean, fuck it. I mean, that is literal death. I mean, not many serial killers have a prolific spree like this guy. It's not a case of, he had a 2-year spell. I mean, he's fucking killing people. He's killing people every day.
30 years of destruction. The guy, can anything stop Dexter Morgan? I don't think so.
I don't think it's Batista, sadly.
Dokes can't do it. Maria couldn't do it. A bullet for Harrison couldn't do it. I mean, Harry couldn't do it. I don't think anything can stop this Dexter train. Listen, I thought the kill on Gareth was good, but I also thought it came too quickly. I had a feeling that the Gemini Killer was going to be the so-called season bad, and that he was going to survive until at least the penultimate episode. Didn't think he'd be getting killed here. I just assumed Al would be next to go. And to me, it almost takes away from the whole twin reveal, in my opinion, that they killed the second one so quickly. I don't know if you feel the same.
I agree. Yeah, like, see the death, I think it would have been more impactful after a few days. Like, see at this point, it's like, the death just happened last episode, and for the Gemini Killer, top of the FBI's most wanted list, I mean, numero uno. You would expect that. I mean, Dexter's fucking dropped both of them within, like, 12 hours.
I mean, pretty much, taking them out like they were nothing.
And we know Dexter's the GOAT, right, when it comes to this. I mean, this is his ball game, but, I mean, this guy was number one, and there's two of them. Well, there's one of them, there's two of them. Look how long it takes him to, like, look at other seasons of Dexter, look how long it gets him to get on Trinity's case.
Yeah,
and Trinity, like, also kills Rita. There's like that big, like, the Gemini Killer got no offense in. Oh, he slashed Dexter's arm. Like, that's about it.
I just think it would have been better if he lasted longer in the season, but it wasn't to be. But you know, Dexter, once he sets his eyes on someone, he seems to take them out relatively quickly. Will he be setting his eyes on Al next? I would imagine so. Will Al make it out of episode 8? I mean, maybe not.
Well, I've seen the promo and he definitely looks like he's going towards Al.
Well, we'll have to see if that's going to happen or not, but let's get into episode 7 then.
Al's weird though, it's like, he's definitely like the nicest at them.
Oh, that's not going to buy Dexter. It's not going to buy him a pass for Dexter, like, is it?
Yeah, but do you not feel like with Al, I don't think there'll be many fans watching the show going, oh yes, Dexter killed Al. I feel like with pretty much everyone else, you can understand it.
Yeah, anyway, we get the dinner party. Leon tells the guests that Lady Vengeance has unfortunately took her own life. I mean, based on what we've seen here, it didn't really give us any more clues as to the theories that maybe she's still alive, but I'm beginning to think that, you know, she might just be dead. Although, with the Gemini Killer being taken out so early, could we get...
It could open the door for her. I agree though, everything just kind of rather ended abruptly with her, and I mean, we literally made a video last night discussing it. I'm not convinced, man. I believe they could bring her back, but at the same time, it's not like they've been shy to kill people in this series. Lol lasted an episode, pretty much. She didn't last that long. And the Gemini Killers, I mean, they're both dead within 12 hours, like I said. Who's next? I'd be surprised if she came back at this rate.
Yeah, we've lost both Gemini Killers and we lost Lady Vengeance within a very, very short period of each other.
Yep.
Which does surprise me, but I mean, it shows that they're not reluctant to kill people off, which I guess is good, but at the same time, I think sometimes you can kill characters off too quickly, and perhaps they've got a little bit more of shelf life
And they're going.
in them.
There's basically all but confirmed 3 seasons. Killing a lot of people off.
Yeah, but I have a feeling that it could be a bit similar to the original Dexter, where you're going to get like introduced to like a new set of killers every season. I wouldn't expect any of these killers or any of these, but I wouldn't expect any of the antagonists that are in this season to be in season 2 with the way things are going.
No,
the pace and things are going. I don't think Leon and Charlie and Al are going to stretch into season 2.
do you think Praetor will survive this season and just bring in a whole new dinner table?
I think that's the only possibility. I think the only possibility is that Praetor maybe survives, but
And I think Dexter did a good job this episode of winning over Praetor.
he did. Praetor sits down with Dexter. He talks about his parents, how they both died in a car crash, and the driver meant to take them out. He did it on purpose. Dexter thinks, well, Leon watched his family die in a big silver, metal can, and that was kind of similar to Dexter watching his mother die inside that container. Leon says that he used to go and visit the killer, and I guess that's what got him into this. That's what got him wanting to have these conversations, wanting to get him closer, have a connection to these killers. So we do learn where the trauma came from and where Leon started this fascination. And I thought that was good to dive into that.
Yeah, a bit of backstory into him, and it wasn't just the guy that killed his parents, it was other killers, and he also discovered that this guy was a previous serial killer. Maybe he's in his wee Hall of Fame. That'd be intriguing to know, but I'm liking the Praetor character. He was a wee bit on edge, I thought, at the start of the episode, him and Charlie butting heads a wee bit more. Could we see Dexter try and turn Praetor against Charlie? I feel like he's going to need to. If it's going to go down the route of Praetor introducing a whole new host of killers next season, I mean, you can kind of see already that Charlie's a bit wary of him, can't you?
Yeah, no, 100%, but I just, to me, Praetor's on, he's on Dexter's table.
Aye, the wee coffee table, man. Yeah, I've noticed, like, with the Gemini Killer and, I mean, with Lady Vengeance, there's been no, like, oh, I'm the Bay Harbour Butcher. They're going to be saving that for when Praetor's there and the big grand reveal.
I believe so. We have Dexter then talking to Gemini Killer, and he slowly starts revealing the Gemini Killer's secrets, and he can't quite believe it. Dexter knows that there's 2 of them. The Gemini Killer's kept this secret from everybody, but Dexter somehow knows it, and that comes as a major shock to him, because he's had people convinced, whether it be the detectives, whether it be Praetor, whether it be anybody. Everyone has thought that the Gemini Killer was one person, but Dexter knows that they're twins. And you can see, I think, the Gemini Killer begins to slowly unravel.
No, he does.
Just the fact that Dexter knows his secrets.
Like I said last episode, so the guy that spotted Dexter when he opened the book was the guy he killed. Because this Gemini had no idea Dexter even followed him. Which I've said in the last episode review, but you're right, the gears were going round. He was startled at first, he was kind of warming up to the idea, oh, this guy's just a fanboy, I'm number one. But then when Dexter laid it on thick about the whole twin business, oh, did you hear, is it true the twins feel the same pain? And Dexter's just gearing him up, man, setting him up for failure. It was utterly fantastic. And sharp pain in your chest, 820. Then I think he said something about the furnace a wee bit later than that. And as at that point, the penny drops. They get into it. The wine glass smashes. Gemini manages to cut Dexter a few more inches. He could have died, Dexter. But here, Dexter's a lucky man. He gets the upper hand. Right into the jugular. Picks up another bit of glass. Into the jugular. Done. And you know what? Set it up perfectly. You'd Praetor and Al and Charlie watching from afar. Gemini started on him. Perfect alibi that way. And also, he pins Lol's death on him. Dexter is the fucking king. He's spinning the truth, man. The guy... There's no better character ever.
No, absolutely.
He's so smart. He's just... like I know a lot of it is premeditated, but even when we see later in the episode, like, the way he makes Batista, he unravelled after Dokes and Maria. He did the exact same stuff with Maria. He tried to make it look like she unravelled after Dokes' death, but the reality is, they never really suspect that shit, but he's trying to place doubts in their heads. Like, oh, Batista's been off the rails for years, suspicious of people.
Manipulation.
Reality
Mind
is,
games.
I mean, once Stokes died, it's not like Batista throughout like the 5 seasons of Dexter after that was on Dexter's case. I mean, Batista didn't really give a shit. He thought it was Stokes.
Everyone thought it was Stokes.
Yeah, but Dexter's so good with spinning the truth. Great death, great scene, but I agree. I would have liked to seen a bit more from the Gemini Killer, especially when you factor in he's top dog, but Dexter's top dog.
There's only one room for one dark passenger, not one number one killer in New York. If Dexter's in New York, then everyone's taking a back seat, unfortunately.
Yep.
Only problem is when he takes out Al, he's not going to be able to use Gemini as the as the scapegoat because he's killed Gemini now. But listen, Al, I think you're on borrowed time.
Oh, aye, yeah, he will be dead.
If Al makes it into episode 9, I will be surprised. I think he's done, and I've not seen the trailer for next week, but I think he's done.
We did get a look into how Al kills his victims.
Yeah,
GoPro strapped to his head.
Al's he's this like nerdy. He's funny though in a way, but I don't think not like intentionally. No, he doesn't come across as like a funny, like charismatic guy with a shitload of jokes. I think he's just a guy that you can't help laugh at.
No, I mean the actor's always been renowned for comedy, and he delivers. It's like this. It's like
safety first.
It's like
my helmet.
It's like the self-aware comedy. I like that kind of comedy, and the guy delivers big time. So we got a wee insight into him, Dexter.
The only thing that ruined it for me though was it did not look like it was him on the bike, and I mean
it probably wasn't him. Well, definitely wasn't him on the bike.
No, it wasn't. But it just looked so obvious that it was a guy that looked in shape on the bike.
With him doing commentary.
I mean, if you're going to get a stunt, I don't know. I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm not saying it ruins it, but you'd think they'd get maybe someone slightly heavier.
No, I agree. Aye.
I'm not saying they get someone who's out of shape like Al, because I guess they want the person to be able to take a fall and be a bit active for the kill, but. Yeah, I mean, it just, you look at Al and he's like this big fat couch potato, and then you see the guy on the bike, you just see his body, and it looks like someone that's actually in shape and someone that maybe goes cycling every day. But, I mean, that could be a giveaway, but we see Al purposely crashing, some woman comes to his aid, and he smothers her, and then I'm assuming he took the ponytail. Still don't really know why he collects ponytails. I'm assuming we will find this out though.
Aye, Dexter will get to the bottom of it. Dexter will ever find out before he has him on the table or during the table session, so we'll find out. It's obviously childhood trauma, abusive mother, some shite like that.
Yeah, then we seen Dexter take the blood from the wine glass, the shards of glass that he stabbed the Gemini Killer with, and he puts it into the blood slide from the other Gareth, and this is the first time that we've seen a double. And as far as I can recall, first time we've ever seen a blood slide with a double kill, a double drop of blood. Yeah, Dexter's killed pairs before. He killed that man and woman in season 1.
Killed the ambulance guys as well.
But he used 2 separate blood slides.
Yeah.
And I actually think in season 6 was he using blood? I know he was still using blood slides in season 6, but this is the first time we've ever seen him put 2 drops of blood into the one slide.
Yeah, not only is it killing twins, it's 2 twins that no one knew were actually doing the killings. I think there's a difference. I think you could definitely, you've had twins before that have killed, but it's openly known that it's like the twin killers. But here, Gemini Killers, great wee twist, great wee blood slide variation here. But what do we also get? We got Harrison this episode, and Elsa's talking about the landlord. I mean, I made a fid on this the other day, but I think I'll go after her, right? But it's like, see the landlord. Is he not within his rights to be like, well, I'm not helping you because you're refusing payment? I don't think either's completely in the right or completely in the wrong.
Yeah, I think I think you just need to I think you need to stop butting heads and just come to a common agreement and be like, right, listen, you need to pay what you owe, but I also need to fix that.
No, but it wasn't like there was any. It's not like she said, here, I'm going to stop paying if you don't fix it. It just appeared to be, right, well, I'm not paying then because I've asked you loads of times.
I mean, I can see both sides, but honestly,
it definitely doesn't warrant Harrison killing the guy. Put it that way.
No, I mean it does not, and I mean I believe this episode, the synopsis says that says that Elsa was struggling with her abusive landlord. Does he really seem that abusive?
No, I mean you're right.
She seems like a guy that wanted his money. And if you're a landlord and you've not been paid, I think you're entitled. Now, yeah, he probably should fix up the place, but...
But she even hinted at last episode that, like, oh, this place is cheap as chips, Harrison. You're saying for me to move. This is the only thing I can really afford. So it's not like she's getting a horrific deal. You know what I mean? And also, see Mold, right? Yo, it's the landlord, right? He can fix it. I'm not denying that. But it's also something that you can fix yourself. And see if this guy's not going to fucking help you, and your son's life's on the line because his asthma's playing up, why don't you get off your arse and fucking attempt to fix it?
Yeah, definitely. Anyway, Elsa shows him this little brochure of potentially going and going back to college or whatnot, uni. And we see Harrison doing that, and he gets into a tour. We meet this tour guide called Gigi. She shows him around. He gets introduced to these, I guess, other students. They're looking at like criminal psychology, and they go in to this like room, this I guess like a show and tell kind of room, and none other than Claudette is there, and she is going over the case of Claudette?
The New York Ripper. So who is the New York Ripper, folks? Right, kills his victims with a crowbar-like weapon. Dexter will shut that theory down very soon. But who do you believe it is? I mean, this Gigi woman, she had a cut on her arm, but then this went on to talk about the fact New York Ripper's, he's been inactive for years. I've seen rumours about Jonah Mitchell. Hell, I've seen people even say it's Claudette herself or her partner. Who do you think it is? Blessing? I don't think it makes a lot of sense for it to be Blessing.
No, I don't.
I actually think the person that makes a lot more sense is Jonah Mitchell, because that would be bringing back Trinity's son, and it would be like, oh, a mistake that Dexter didn't kill him. And also, when Dexter went and seen him in season 6, I remember he was doing that swinging motion in the hardware store.
I think he came after Dexter with a crowbar as well. Or something that looks similar to a
and
crowbar.
Also, I like the Jonah Mitchell character, and it makes sense that he wouldn't just end at his mum and sister. Or his mum, sorry, he didn't kill his sister.
I also think if Jonah Mitchell comes back as a villain in season 2, that gives you an actual excuse to give you a lot more Trinity, rather than it just simply being forced into like some sort of flashback.
Absolutely, and we know we're getting a Trinity prequel thing, and that could play into that.
Could Trinity speak to Jonah like Harry speaks to Dexter?
We could get, definitely. I'd enjoy that, but who if you had gun to the head, who would you say it is? Could be someone we've never seen before, to be honest, but I think that would be a bit...
I mean, yeah, I'd probably say the likelihood is Blessing. Kamara, just because he's actually in the show, and there's like, as of right now, there is no sign that Jonah Mitchell's even been filming or doing anything, so he's not even had a mention. Yeah, I would probably go with Blessing, but...
I just don't care for him, you know what I
mean? Yeah, that's true.
See, it's just a bit easy and generic. Oh, the guy that let Dexter in and sleep in his wee, basement downstairs. Oh, he's the killer.
Yeah, true. So I don't know if it's going to be him or not. Dexter then tells Claudette that her assumptions are wrong. Basically, that it's not a crowbar being used, and it's a slightly longer weapon with like a spike at the end.
Dexter's seen the weapon in Prater's Hall of Fame room, so he actually knows what it looks like. Which tells me what happened then. How did Prater get a hold of it? Did the guy give him it?
So Prater must know who the New York Ripper is.
Yeah, maybe he used to appear at the meetings, who knows? I mean, I've seen people say it could be Prater.
It'd be a bit awkward if he sets up another one, wouldn't it? And Dexter walks in and Blessing's there, sitting down.
That would be awkward, but...
tucking into some fucking steak.
I mean, people saying it's Prater. It's not Prater, man. Prater's... I just couldn't imagine Prater killing people with the height of him.
Nah,
it doesn't work. Like, I know he's killing women, and it's not like he's taking on like little chinos, of the world. But at the same time, it's a bit unrealistic.
Big chinos.
But that's probably my favourite scene of the episode. Dexter putting this bitch in
her place.
Like, you think you know it? Oh, well, guess what? And also, it was great seeing flashbacks back to Dexter's work in forensics.
Yeah, because earlier you had Batista trying to convince her that Dexter's doing all this, and her and her partner basically just like play down Batista. It's like, oh, you really think this photo was capable of sneaking in and killing Lady Vengeance? And they just focus too much on statistics. Batista's right. Sometimes you got to go with your gut. Anyway, speaking of Batista, Dexter returns home. Batista is upstairs. What the hell is happening here? Dexter visits Blessing Kamara, and Batista's dancing to the salsa. Dexter tries to get him out of there, but you can see there's definitely tension between the two. And then we get a car ride, and honestly, Dexter just kind of like straight up tells Batista. I mean, at this point, Dexter should just be honest, I think. It's almost like Batista knows. And Dexter must know that Batista knows.
Yeah, because Dexter's like, if you think I am who you really think I am kind of deal, then what the fuck are you doing here? You know, and it's a true statement, and Batista's like, nah, I'm no backing down. I'll take my chances, Hermano. And it was sad because when he said that, Dexter kind of just let out like a sigh, like, oh, the never's going to have to happen me, I'm going to kill you. But also, what did Batista say? Surprise, Hermano. I wasn't quite surprised, motherfucker. But
no, I would have liked that. We didn't get that, but here's surprise, Hermano. That's no bad. But
is it the correct call, though, for have Batista to catch Dexter? Because he is like the last guy standing from that department of like the leadership status, if you know what I mean.
No, definitely.
There's no one left. Like I like Quinn. Masuka's just never going to be doing it, but... Here, I don't know what Matthews is doing, but I think if you're going to have someone catch Dexter and bring him to justice, it should be Batista, but I feel like that window's running out.
Yeah, I think Batista survives this season. I know a lot of people don't think that he does, but I think that he'll be alright. Not sure he survives the series, but I think he'll make it out of this season. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Dexter just straight up tells him that I'm warned, I'm only going to say this once, stay away from me, stay away from Harrison. So yeah, Dexter has put Batista on notice. Batista then gets dropped off by Dexter, just literally in the middle of the street, but not before leaving a tracking device inside Dexter's car.
iPods. No, sorry, what do you call it? I've got them.
AirPods,
that's the one. I've got a pair up there. What if Dexter just looks though? I mean, it could be game over.
It's not really game over, man. If he looks, he gets ready.
I know, but no, I mean Batista's plan. That's what I mean.
Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see what happens next. But Batista and Dexter looking forward to this this little battle that's going to go on in the future. Anyway, I think that's the end of the episode. Really.
Do you think Dexter's beyond killing Batista?
Fuck, the way he warned him, I don't know.
Because you know what, Dukes was shady, and Dukes had killed people before. And I think if Dexter killed him based off that kind of stuff, like the way he gunned that guy down under the bridge, you could say that's justifiable, you know, he's a killer. Batista's not like Dukes.
Yeah, but I mean, that was season 2, Dexter.
True. Yeah, that is a fact you've got to play in, but I do believe Batista would be the kill that a lot of people might disagree with Dexter on, but then I've seen people turn on Batista like, what happened to the happy-go-lucky Batista that wore the colourful shirts? I mean, all his friends are fucking dead because of this guy. Even Deb, he thinks Dexter's responsible.
Yeah, and they're all he should let it go. I mean, what, he should let someone that he knows is killed.
Put yourself in Batista's hat and floral tops, and then you try and let it go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, definitely. Anyway, that's going to do it in terms of rating.
I'll give it an 8.
Yeah, I'll get a 7. So 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, no, enjoying Dexter Resurrection.
They're delivering every week.
Aye, I don't think there's been a bad episode yet. So
and considering we've got 3 to go, I don't see how there is a bad one.
No, definitely not. Anyway, guys, that's it. Promo reaction coming soon, and who knows? Considering there's only 3 episodes to go, we might actually do some death predictions. Because at the beginning, we didn't know which characters were going to be in it. So when a brand new show comes out, it's pretty much impossible to do death predictions. But with 3 episodes to go, I think we can do it. So yeah, expect that as well over the next couple of days. So that's it, guys. Till next time, 7.5 out of 10. Peace.